Well, it's late in the day here, but we've got 13, 14 sidecars on the grid. Might not sound a lot, but they take up a lot of space, and you can see the championship, 21 points splits the top from the Laidlow brothers, 19 and 21 years respectively, those two. Blackstock and Lawrence have only scored in one round, the opening round, where they did the double. They did absolutely nothing at Snetterton. Bell and High, they're the cup leaders, but they're fourth overall. Holden, Napton, Kirby Salmon, Biggs, Muldoon. We've got depth in strength here, lots of quality. Look out for Ben Birchall. He didn't feature in the points because he's had a disastrous start, but he's really quick round here. And you can see he is on the front row, and he hasn't been here since 2007. So 18 years away, Jed. That's phenomenal. That's a long time in racing.
It's a very long time, but someone of the quality of Ben Birchall, along with a sensational passenger in Paddy Rosney, it's going to be no surprise if they do well today. 18 years away, it's not going to affect Ben in the slightest.
Well, the grid's running away on the left-hand side of your screen, but those times were set in appalling weather conditions yesterday afternoon. And what we're seeing here is a dry track. Some of those guys out there on the grid will be hoping for it to stay wet. Andy Peach, one of them. But there are one or two who are really good in the wet, and notably Luke Williams, who's got pole position. So dry conditions will be a totally different kettle of fish, I suspect.
Absolutely. Yesterday, Luke Williams, Kevin Kolsch on pole by a second around Knockhill, just 2 kilometres this circuit. So that is a phenomenal time, but complete change today with these dry conditions. Luckily and thankfully, these teams had an 8-minute warm-up session earlier today, courtesy of the organisers squeezing us in a little bit of time. And I think that will be absolutely sensational. And it's going to be very vital to have that drag time.
Interesting, and you mentioned to me as well when I came in, I'd already picked it up because it's gone in the report, but Birchall and Laidlow were identical on qualifying time, second and third fastest, not even a millisecond apart. They were spot on back. How often does that happen?
It's very rare. It's very rare. The only other time I can think of something like that happening is the Formula One Grand Prix in 1997 in Jerez, actually, Barry.
Goodness me. Where'd you get that from? Memory bank is incredible. Chet Pillmore, Brady, my encyclopedia. Look at the red flag at the back. Green flag then, red flag at the front, green flag at the back. 13 outfits here, but it's going to be very busy into the front turn. Watch your lights up on the top left there. The lights come on, and the light, almost a jump start by Ben Birchall there, but I presume that was no advantage. He'll be allowed, but Ben Birchall, number 16, with Luke Williams, 91. The Laidlow boys, 84, slotting in behind. Then it's Paddy Rosney. It's, what am I talking about? It's Lewis Blackstock and Oscar Lawrence. You know, these teams, over the winter, musical chairs took place frenetically. I've never seen so many driver-passenger combinations over the close season. But on track here now, they're stringing out with Luke Williams and Kevin Kolsch's German passenger out in front.
Luke Williams, he was, I spoke with him earlier, he was desperate for some wet conditions there. He was worried about a big challenge coming from behind, but he's had a very clean start, currently leading away from Ben Birchall and Paddy Rosney on that lovely outfit there in second place.
There it is, the Honda ride chassis, and we are getting in our ears that there was a jump start for Ben Birchall. Here we go then. You can see, look to the right, there's Ben Birchall moves, then goes back. Ben Birchall, jump start. Luke Williams also crept, but there'll be a penalty there for Ben Birchall, I suspect. Quite what that will be, we'll find out, but I thought I saw it as it happened live, and sure enough, VAR confirmed it. Right then, the Laidlow brothers are in there. They're in there in third place now, because, they're second place, up they go, having a look at Ben Birchall, and, oh dear me, where's Luke Williams? Up the road.
Absolutely.
Luke Williams up the road.
That first lap from Williams from a standing start, 55.71. That is a phenomenal lap time, and he's not hanging around. Fastest sector 1, fastest sector 2. Those two out front, Luke Williams, Kevin Kolsch, they are flying on that number 91 outfit. Championship
leaders by 21 points, and now this is the battle for second. Ben Birchall, Paddy Rosney, Sam and Jack Laidlow, the 84, they're local boys, and they're very, very good here. Took a double victory here, as I understand it, just 12 months ago. I was not here on that occasion, but Lewis Blackstock, Paddy Rosney, they need to score points. They are 40 points down on the championship leader. This is a terrific sidecar race with Ben Birchall on the Honda, the only Honda in the race, the only ride chassis in the race, and there goes Laidlow. Laidlow on last year's LCR. He's gone from the ARS yes, up to, oh, Birchall fighting back. He's having a go here, a multiple world champion, Sam and Jack Laidlaw. They are precocious. Here comes Lewis Blackstock, 95 up the inside, and he's going to outbreak Birchall. Is there room for him? Can he get it round? Can he get it stopped? Wow. Laidlaw's then have had to settle for second best, or have they? No, Blackstock in behind them, and they are bunching up here. Here come the Christie brothers, Sam and Tom Christie, number 34, well up at the sharp end of the World Championship. Blackstock going through on Laidlaw. There's contact there. There's not room for two sidecars. Into Duffer's Dip and round. Blackstock almost on the grass. I'm getting breathless, Jen. What action?
Fantastic. Christie's 2 for 1 there around the outside of Laidlaw and Blackstock as they had that issue going through the Duffer's Dip and Leslie's complex there. Blackstock though did very, very well into Taylor's hairpin there. You can see the front end protesting under the brakes. He's tried to avoid contact with Birchall and Rosny.
All of this avoids the fact that Luke Williams, Kevin Kolsch have a 4.7 second lead, and we are only on lap 4 of 15. Ben Birchall and Paddy Rosny, and there goes Blackstock now on the inside of Laidlaw to chop back in and get the power down. That was beautifully done from a 19-year-old, yes, 19-year-old driver.
Remarkable.
That is sensational.
Oh, local hero there, Lewis
Nicol.
Nicol and Clement Comille retiring, unfortunately.
Oh, the
Frenchman furious.
Frenchman not happy, so he's out of it. Clement Cornille out of it. Lewis Nicol then, Scott's hero. And the Frenchman furious that their race is over with only 4 laps completed. But look, keep your eyes now on the 34 behind Birchall. The Christie brothers are very, very much at the sharp end of the World Championship. These are the race leaders in the British Championship and in this race. 91 Luke Williams, Kevin Kolsch. Now, what has Sam Christie got in his locker? And we are only 1/3 race distance.
This is a fierce fight here, isn't it, for second? We've got the Birchall outfit number 16, the 34 of the Christies, 95 Blackstock, 84 Laidlaw's, and there goes that 34 outfit up the inside of the presumably penalised Birchall with a time penalty looming over his head.
Yeah, now this is where it gets interesting, because Sam Christie has now got clear tarmac between him and Luke Williams at the front, but look at the lap times. Best fastest lap, 52.89 from Williams.
Biggs and Seeger's a little wild through the S's there.
Well, look at it. 3 abreast here. Laidlaw's are fighting back. Christie then still ahead of Birchall as they go through the right, the left, and then down towards the right-hander. They're at it now.
There goes Blackstock up the inside. That is late on the brakes, but he manages to get it stopped in time for the hairpin. Fantastic, and there's no chance for Birchall to get an undercut there down the start-finish line.
The Honda then going backwards here. Well, Blackstock now on the back of Christie. Birchall right on the back of Blackstock. He's going to have a look at Duffer's Dip. Sam and Jack Laidlaw, number 84, are right there with them. This is terrific stuff, using all the curb and more. The ride chassis over the rumble strip there. No quarter arse, none given. Over the rough went. The passenger had a rough ride there. Paddy Rosny thought he was motocrossing for a minute.
Did well there, though. Look at this, Laidlaw eyeing up that number 16 outfit, trying to go for 3rd overall.
We're just hearing that Ben Birchall and Paddy Rosny, with the time penalty applied for that false start, are actually 6th on the race, albeit they are 4th on the track. So they've had a time penalty, which has dropped them back down the order, and that is reflected in our timing screen as well. So they are now shown behind Rob Biggs and Ferry Sagers. So almost irrelevant at this moment in time that the Birchalls are leading the Laidlaw brothers on track, because in reality they're not. Meanwhile, Williams has extended that lead at the front to 8.1 seconds. This is absolutely all the way through the pack, this scrapping. The Laidlaws are fighting. Blackstock is fighting. Blackstock is making a move now on Christie, and I think I know where it's going to be when he comes down to the hairpin. He's going to have a look at the inside. No, he's too far back.
Bit too far back this time.
Too far back this time. But Sam and Tom Christie over the line. Goes Williams again, 52.679, his best lap. I've said it before in commentary, Williams came from a karting success, a glorious career as a young man in karting, then moved to open wheel racing. So his skill, and I'm quite sure it won't be the first time he's been to Knockhill, he might well correct me afterwards, but I'm guessing with an open wheeler he's been here. Laidlow's then are now on the back of Birchall, although mathematically they're in front of him because of his time penalty. So if they knew what I knew, they wouldn't be throwing caution to the wind. They are at the moment, but they've done it. They've done it. Sam Jack Laidlow up the inside, no, right across the curb.
Sam needs to take his time here. He keeps trying this move into Clark's, and he's compromising his line on the entry, and it's really hampering him on the way down to Taylor's Head. He needs to just wait that little bit longer, carry the speed through Clark's, through Hislops, that little left kink there, into the braking zone for Taylor's.
Well, he's only learning, but he's a pretty good pupil, that is for sure. Yeah, he gets top marks in my book. But the Christies have got Blackstock for company now. The 34 is being pressed by the 95. This is the battle behind them. Rob Biggs then. Rob Biggs in 5th place. He and Ferry Sagers ahead of Birchall on adjusted time. Phil Bell, then Kirby, then it's John Holden and Phil Napton in 9th place. Here comes Blackstock. Blackstock now, but Sam Christie far, far too wily for that. Where's it going to be? Blackstock needs the points. He came here trailing by 40 points on the leaders and just a few on Laidlow. So he will pull some back on Laidlow. They had a 21 deficit on the leader, so Blackstock was 19 behind, and he'll peg a few back. Only a few, I remind you. But where Blackstock desperately needs to get past Sam and Tom Christie if he can. They have no chance of the championship unless they work miracles in the closing stages. We are only halfway through. Tailenders ahead then. That's Charlie Moss, Kirsty Hawkswell on the Triumph, the number 38. And they are riding very, very well, very steadily, and that's on an LCR under the Life Safety Motorsport banner.
Oh, huge slide for Birchall through Clark's then in the background. Huge slide. But it doesn't look like it's compromised him too much against the Laidlow brothers there.
Well, let's have a look with Blackstock, see what he can do. There's still, we're on lap 11, it'll be lap 12 when they go over the stripe this time. That's it, leader's gone over, and now that gap's 6.6 seconds. So the Christies are pulling in a little bit, but we still have 3 laps remaining. With the number 34, the Hannafin Yamaha Christie brothers have an engineering business. They build, prepare, adjust, service racing sidecars, both in the long chassis, such as we're looking at now, and indeed the short chassis. But here comes Blackstock. No, Christie said no, thank you very much, take a breather.
Luckily there for the Christie brothers, they they noticed Moss and Hawkswell ahead and set themselves up to look for the inside, which kind of blocked the door for Lewis Blackstock and Oscar Lawrence there to try and even attempt to move into the Clark. To the Clark right-hander there.
Well, Blackstock knows what he needs. His father John will be out there with the pit board, shoving it across the wall, telling him what he needs to do.
Laidlows have passed Birchall. I just saw that on the exit of the Taylor's hairpin there. They have now made that pass on track, of course, with the time penalty for Birchall. It's kind of a little bit academic, perhaps, but they've certainly cleared that number 16 outfit now.
Blackstock still keeping on the pressure. No one will know better than he what he needs to do and what it will mean. Although the Christies have not been regular contestants in this championship, they are eligible to score points, and they will take points from Blackstock and Oscar Lawrence. But we still have 3 rounds of this championship to go, and we still have 8 races, 7 after this one. So a long, long way to go still in the British Sidecar Championship season for 2025. And Christie's, meanwhile, will be around for the next couple of rounds, I suspect, as there are no World Championship clashes. So maybe that's what they're hoping, that they can do it all in the closing stages. We shall see. Blackstock, though, becoming ever more desperate now, the 95. He and Oscar Lawrence didn't have the best start. They only scored in the opening round. They did a complete 0 at Snetterton due to 2 mechanical problems. Burt Clutch in race 1 and a sprocket nut came adrift in race 2. So 0 point for Blackstock and Oscar Lawrence in Snetterton.
And here we see this two-bike outfit, this two-outfit battle, sorry, coming up to lap Andy Peach and Josh Hope. So there could be a last lap surprise in this battle. No, Christie's have cleared perfectly. It definitely hasn't hampered them. So no joy, no slice of luck there for the Blackstock and Lawrence outfit.
Final lap then. Final lap, last lap. So 1.27 miles of the very, very small, short Knockhill circuit to do. They get round here in something like 52 seconds or something in that order. The lap record 51.450, but in fairness to all concerned, that was set 2 years ago on Avon tyres. All of these tyres are now Hoosier from America with a very different characteristic, but Blackstock is now really trying everything. Is there a last chance gasp at the hairpin? Round we go.
I don't think there is.
He's on the inside. He's having a look. If he goes in too deep, there's going to be contact, that's for sure. But can he cut back and get the drive? Williams and Kolsch over the line. Another 25 points to add to the 90 they've got. So they will move on to 115 points. Laidlow's then coming over in fourth. Blackstock, following Christie home, claims third place. Birchall, Rosny ahead of Rob Biggs and Ferry Sagers, and that is on adjusted time. Phil Bell, number 18, and Phil Hyde coming over. Cup leaders, but victory for Luke Williams and Kevin Kolsch, who march on. That makes it victory number 3 for them. 5 races done, victory in 3 of them. Not bad.
Definitely not bad at all. And the other 2 races bringing home points for second place. So we're only 10 points short of maximum score for Williams and Kolsch this season.
Well, brilliant result. Christie's, good showing. They didn't get the best of starts because they were down there a little bit on the grid on row 3. So Sam and Tom Christie, an admirable fight back. 13.5 minutes of racing done here. And Blackstock and Lawrence, there you can see, third place for them. Top 3. That's it then. The crowd like that. They love the Sidecar racing here at Knockhill. We quite like it in the commentary booth as well. It's very entertaining, something different, and you can see two men and ladies, 2 ladies in that race, as a matter of fact, in passenger roles. Phil Bell, Phil Hyde coming over, Charlie Moss, Kirsty Hawkshaw, but their victory, 91 for Luke Williams and Kevin Kolsch into the winner's enclosure, followed by the Christies and Blackstock. Well, Jed, a good race, you know, but you can't take it away, can you, from this man? What a performance.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Fantastic from this pairing.
Let's get confirmation then, and the adjusted standings, but here we have the race result confirmation of that. Williams, Kolsch, you didn't see much of them because they were 6-7 seconds out in front, but Christie, Blackstock, Laidlow and Birchall, that was all going on. Birchall, of course, inherited that jump start penalty. He can't argue with that because we saw it and everybody else saw it. Biggs, Bell, Kirby, Holden, Atkinson, Middleton, they're strong in the cup class as well, and Peach, Moss, and you saw the retirement of Lewis Nicol and Clement Cornille. He was not an Epibani, so that was a real shame for him. Standings then, 115, as I said. Laidlow boys enhanced theirs. They now trail by 33 points, but Blackstock and Lawrence closing in just a little bit. 14 now the gap. Bell, Holden, Kirby Salmon, you can see the Cup riders marked in green there. So Phil Bell and Phil Hyde still leading the Cup from Paul Kirby and Emma Salmon.
To actually interview, but as we say,